Good day, everybody. Jewel here with your tropical update. Of course, today is Friday, October 30th, 2020, as we look at the National Hurricane Center tracking map. This is going to become a tropical storm, at least, I think, folks, and it would be named Eta. Now, the shower activity continues to become better organized. You can see it in the satellite pictures. I'll show you. And it's in association with a tropical wave located over the eastern Caribbean Sea. Now, the conditions are conducive for further development of this system, and a tropical depression is likely to form this weekend or early next week as this system moves into the central and western Caribbean Sea. 2 days, 70% chance, 5 days, 80% chance. Now, a lot of you are saying, and I have seen comments and I've seen other videos, yes, this isn't going to bother anybody. Well, I hope it doesn't. Looking like it's going down around Nicaragua and Honduras at this time, which it probably will. But that doesn't mean that the center can't come back up and come out and go across this way. I think everybody up in this area here, from Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, hopefully Alabama, you're out of the woods for the rest of this hurricane season, I hope. But we have hurricanes in November, and it's looking like this system is going to take the path that they usually do. There's a little hump in November this year for a little bit of uptick, and you can see in November, this is November, okay? They usually do come around in this area, but then they pop back up and go over in this way. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but you can't go by one model, people. Now, the American model has it going over this way. The European model does also. But the American model this year has seemed to be a little better and not quite as fast as the European model. So I just wanted to show you in November, we do have them most of the time. They go up and out. But in November, southern Florida, it may edge over in the Gulf, these storms in November, and affect the Florida Panhandle. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but I'm going to show you some things that may change your mind. We need to watch it. You know, this year we've had 27 tropical storms and 11 hurricanes. On average, we usually have 11 tropical storms and 6 hurricanes. And just back in 1985, the strongest storm in November to hit the U.S. was Hurricane Kate, and that landfall was in the Florida Panhandle. Now, this is GO16, latest satellite. You can see here is the system right here. You can tell it looks like it's trying to get a little bit of action going on. Why do I say that? Well, you can look over here and you can say, oh my goodness, what is this? Well, these cloud tops are not in uniform. There's nothing going on. This is just an elongated low at the moment. But this is more in a circular area altogether for this particular system. So we need to keep our eyes on it for sure. Power outages today, my goodness gracious. Now, we'll start from what happened yesterday. Boy, the wind blew at my house. I didn't think it was going to blow that bad, but it blew enough to knock some pretty good-sized limbs out of trees, topple some trees over. And yeah, there's going to be a little bit of cleanup from it. Not like a hurricane, but yes, indeed, it happened. We come up here in Virginia. We got over 14,000 people out of electricity as of now. We got to get this stuff over here. In North Carolina, especially western North Carolina, over 183,000 people out of electricity. Very high winds in the western part of the state yesterday. South Carolina, from Zeta, you guys got like 87 mile per hour winds in some places. You guys still have little over 83,000 people out of electricity. Georgia, you had some very high winds for this to be this far inland also. Over 360,000 people still out of electricity. But that is very, very good considered to what it was yesterday. In Alabama, these folks have been working so hard. They had over 1 million people without electricity yesterday. Today it's down to over 257,000. And we come to Mississippi, we got over 170,000 people out of electricity. And down in Louisiana, over 358,000 people without electricity. Now, from the ice and the snowstorms and the very, very cold that brought in those high winds down to Oklahoma and into Texas, Oklahoma has over 238,000 people without electricity, and in Texas, a little over 20,000 people still recuperating from that ice and snow with the cold and the very high winds that came in earlier this week. Now, this is the American model, okay? This is the American model. You can see everything. It's kind of hard to see the United States, but here it is. There's the tip of Florida moving up the east coast. Here we have Cuba, Dominican Republic, and we have the island area right down here. I've got this set for tomorrow, the 31st. Looks like this system has not formed yet. So we are going to click on through. You can see a timestamp up at the top, November 1st. It looks like it's going to start to try to get itself together some more. Now, a little bit more organized, moving along. You can see how it's going. And yes, this is going to take it into like Nicaragua, Honduras, and those areas there. You can see it right here. You can see where it's moving up. This would be on the 3rd. And it goes in. But it hangs around the coastline. See that? Just like a lot of people in Florida with some of these storms this year, it's hung around the coastline. We'll move it on up, still on the coastline. Moves inland a little bit, but it's still there. Then it looks like it dissipates, but it is still in here. No circulation going on. Died down some, went over land. But then look what happens. It pushes back up to the north. This is around the 5th. Spreads out. Gets some more action going on, a little better organized. And then it's really organized as it comes back out in the warmer waters of the Caribbean. Moving on up. Going on across the 7th. You can see there's Jamaica right there. It's to the west of Jamaica. Looks like it's going to go across Cuba, just like most of them do in November. We'll take a little better look at it at a better map that you can see it a little better. And here we have it right here, the American model, the GFS model. It's looking like it's pretty much on the ball. It could change like everything does. I'm not saying this is exactly what it's going to do, but it looks like it could do this, okay? You can see I've got it set for around 3 p.m. on Sunday, the 1st of November. You can see it here. Barometric pressure isn't bad at all, like we saw on the other map. It's just trying to get together, but you can see there's just a little bit of vorticity here. Winds with this right now are not bad at all. 32 mile per hour wind gust. We will move up to Monday around 11 a.m. You can see it is going down around Nicaragua, Honduras area. Let's move to Tuesday morning around 7 a.m. Well, it's even closer and it's intensified a little bit with wind gust of 51 miles per hour. So that is a tropical storm indeed. So let's go to Wednesday morning around 4 a.m. You can see how it does. The center is right half on land, half off land. Okay, as we move along to Thursday morning, well, let's get back a little bit to Wednesday evening. It just turns into this low pressure system. Still got a little bit of circulation going on here. Now we'll hop up to Thursday afternoon, the 5th, around 3. You can see it is beginning to form all over to get its strength back again. By Friday at 7 p.m., it's getting it together. Wind gust at this time, 37 miles per hour, just under tropical storm strength. Saturday the 7th, around 4 p.m., you can see it spreads out, bringing rain, some wind gusts to Jamaica. All of this stuff is going on all the way, a little bit of wind gust all the way up in the Bahamas at 30 miles per hour. Now, by Sunday, around 10 p.m. on the 8th, you can see it is getting better organized, and see how it has moved up now. And it's got wind gust as it goes over close to the Bahamas of tropical storm strength, 44 miles per hour. So all I'm saying is, folks, you can't go by one model. I've checked out a whole lot of things, and it's way too soon. I will show you. Now, before a system makes up, you can only get early cycle guidance tracks, and you can see them right here. This is from NOAA and the National Hurricane Center. You can see it looks like it is going to go over here to Nicaragua with a chance of Honduras. But this is the early cycle tracks. It's way out here. Way out here, as you can see. Now, what can happen, I'll try to show you. There are no late cycle guidance because it's way too early. There it is, just a little bit, just a little bit. You can see they have it now coming up over Jamaica with one. There's one model taking it down to Nicaragua. These are all here. We've got two that's got it going this way, and we've got two that's got it going up around Jamaica. So, with all this said and done, let's don't get too hesitant to say where it's going to go, because we don't know yet. We don't know if it will be a tropical storm, a hurricane, or nothing but a big old low. But what is making this bounce back up, there's a big high pressure over here. There's a high pressure over here. This one moves out, this one moves it down, and as this one moves across, a low comes in, and it pulls it back up, and then up and around. We won't know exactly where. This is just what it's looking like now, and of course it could change. But this is my take on the next system to form during hurricane season. Have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe everywhere. I love you all, and I thank you for everything you do for me so, so very much. Peace, love, and kindness to each and every one of you. Thanks for watching.